Raheem Mostert, a huge fan of the Florida Panthers, got the chance to join their championship parade and celebration on Sunday. He even got to lift the Stanley Cup on stage at Fort Lauderdale Beach. Mostert's excitement was clear, but there's another trophy he really wants, the Lombardi Trophy, awarded to the Super Bowl champions. The Panthers' Stanley Cup win was their first ever, leaving the Dolphins with the longest championship drought among South Florida's major sports teams. The last time a South Florida team won a title before the Panthers was when the Miami Heat won the NBA championship in 2013. The Florida/Miami Marlins won the World Series in 1997 and 2003. For the Dolphins, the drought goes back over 50 years to the 1973 season. This brings us to the big question: how close are the Dolphins to winning the Super Bowl? As Mostert lifted the Stanley Cup in front of a big crowd on a rainy South Florida day, maybe he was dreaming of a similar scene for the Dolphins next February. But how realistic is that dream? The Dolphins have a lot going for them. They are one of only 4 teams with a winning record in each of the past 4 seasons. The others are the Kansas City Chiefs, Buffalo Bills, and Pittsburgh Steelers. Last season, the Dolphins had a chance to land the number 1 seed in the AFC playoffs during their Week 17 showdown at Baltimore. Unfortunately, the season went downhill due to untimely injuries. The Dolphins ended last season with the number 1 offense. However, they didn't perform well against playoff-bound teams. This is where new playmakers like Odell Beckham Jr. and Jonnu Smith could make a difference in 2024. On defense, the arrival of new coordinator Anthony Weaver from the Baltimore Ravens has brought higher expectations. Sportsbooks list Kansas City, San Francisco, Baltimore, and Detroit as bigger favorites than the Dolphins. Teams like Buffalo, Cincinnati, Houston, Philadelphia, Dallas, Green Bay, and the New York Jets are also in the mix. Talking about the Super Bowl might seem silly since the Dolphins haven't won a playoff game since 2000. They have the longest active playoff drought in the NFL. But it's not unheard of for underachieving teams to make it to the Super Bowl. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers missed the playoffs for 12 straight seasons before winning the Super Bowl in 2020. Adding Tom Brady helped, of course. The 2021 Bengals made it to the Super Bowl after not winning a playoff game since 1990. The 49ers went to the Super Bowl in 2019 after missing the playoffs for 5 straight seasons. Just because the Dolphins came up short last season doesn't mean they'll do the same this year. They could take inspiration from the Panthers. Before their run to the Stanley Cup final, the Panthers had won only 1 playoff series in 26 years. This year, they went all the way and won it.